This summer, a small southeastern Connecticut fire department celebrated another chapter in its grand history with a full head of steam, and rightfully so. The occasion was the 100th anniversary of its horse-drawn steamer. Festivities included a parade, chicken barbecue, and a muster featuring several working steamers. Yantic is one of the villages within the city of Norwich, and the Yantic Fire Department, founded in 1847, is one of the oldest continuously active volunteer companies in New England, and perhaps America. Its earliest members fought in the Civil War. Yantic is one of those special fire departments that proudly keeps its history alive. Even its fire station is historic.
The station was dedicated on Valentine's Day in 1909, and it was built by a man by the name of Winslow Williams, who in turn basically built Yantic. He built the mill, he built the church, he built the bridges, he built many of the buildings, even though they're gone today, several of them, but he built everything, and he took the architectural structure of his little village here from a town in England. And he had architects go over there, look at that town, come back here, and they built everything. As you can see, the station's made of granite, as well as the mill and the church are all made of granite. The bridge is made of granite. And he took that back, and that's how it all started. And as you can see, since then, the building has gone from a two-bay building to a three-bay building, and we've kept the architectural structure basically the same. If you looked at that station now, you'd say it's always been like that. A lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of pride went into keeping the station the way it is.
The ornate fountain adjacent to the fire station is a memorial to a past chief. The copper helmet and brass frontpiece were created by a local craftsman. This bell called Yantic firefighters to alarms for more than a half-century. It fell from a tower in the woolen mill across the street in the hurricane of 1938. The woolen mill also provided horsepower when the steamer was purchased.
And the horses in the mill were trained. When the bell rang a certain way, they would drop whatever they were doing, unhook the horses. The horses would automatically go to the front of the firehouse. When the doors went up, they would back into the stalls, and they would get hitched up, and then they would go off to the fire. One of the most memorable horses was a horse by the name of Jerry. Matter of fact, we're probably standing on his grave right now. He's buried somewhere in this lot.
A highlight of the steamer's centennial was a parade. The fire department's archives clearly indicate that Yantic firefighters have always loved to parade. This time, Yantic got to show off its 1846 Waterman hand pumper, 1899 hose carriage, and, of course, the 1891 Silsby steamer, along with its fleet of modern apparatus, including a brand new heavy rescue. What made this parade extra special was the antique apparatus, including several horse-drawn steamers. The grassy lot next to the fire station was a beehive of sales booths and firematic competitions. Even Dalmatians had their spots in the program, and the aroma of hot dogs and barbecued chicken mingled with the unmistakable scent of steam engines.
You ever have to pull out the boiler, throw cleaner in?
This steamer was hooked up with a gas heater to keep the water warm in there. This firebox was always full of coal in that.
Thoroughly enjoying the day was Tom Hewitt, who at age 93 remembers fighting fires with Rockville, Connecticut's steamer.
If an alarm come in, we had to wait until there was two or three different people that had a pair of horses that used to run to the firehouse and hook up to the steamer and get it, and when they got it outside, then they would start the fire. And by the time they got to the fire or whatever, they always had steam.
We anticipated several thousand people. I think we doubled that. I think we're up to 4, maybe even into 5,000 people here today, which is unremarkable for a first-time event of this nature. I think one of the big things that helped us out a lot was the fact that we've got 8 steamers here today with a good entourage of hand tubs and antique motorized equipment, and then your hose carts and hose reels and antique ladder wagons.
The weekend celebration reflected the pride that is so much a part of the Yantic Fire Department. And although the modern-day Yantic Fire Engine Company #1 is a far cry from the company of 1847, its spirit of community protection and service is as hearty as ever. While in Yantic, we tried to keep up with this busy fellow. He's learned the operation of steamers from scratch. In our next issue, Ken Caswell gives fire scene viewers a truly up-close and personal look at the pump operator of a century ago as we tour one of these mysterious machines at work.